In this video for Positive Maths, we're going to look at problem solving involving value for money and best buys. We often make choices based on value for money. The decision we make on what we buy can depend on what money we will spend and what quantity we will get in return. Would you rather spend €10 for 2 t-shirts or €12 for 3? We need to give a reason for our answer. Okay, so the way that we would look at this question really is how much money we were spending on each t-shirt. So we have €10 for 2 or €12 for 3. So really we'll call this A and B. We're going to find out how much the t-shirts cost each in order to be able to make our decision. Okay, so for A, we have 2 t-shirts cost €10. That means 1 t-shirt is going to cost €5. And for B, we have 3 t-shirts cost €12. So if we divide both sides by 3, we find that 1 t-shirt costs €4. Okay, so now we will decide which is best to buy. So we could decide that B is our best option because each t-shirt costs €4. So we can say we would rather spend €12 and get 3 t-shirts because they are better value for money. Because each t-shirt costs €4, whereas if we spend €10 and get 2, each t-shirt is costing €5 each. As long as you can give a good reason for your answer, then you will get marks for that. So let's talk about value for money. We use proportion concepts in order to calculate which products are better value for money. We must compare prices using the same units. This means we can't compare a jar of jam that weighs 200 grams, let's say it's this one, with a jar that weighs 420 grams because their units are different. So if we find the price of 1 gram from each jar, we can compare the prices. So let's put this into practice. Okay, we want to compare the 2 jams of jar to decide which jar is better value for money. Okay, so we have 450 grams is equal to €3.50. And we have 300 grams is equal to $2.50. So at the moment it's difficult to see how much value we're getting for each one. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the cost for 1 gram for each part. So for 1 gram here, we'll find the cost by dividing 350 by €3.50 by 450. So the cost per gram is going to be 0.0077, and that's continuing. Okay, we usually do round to 2 decimal spaces for money, but just for this question so we can compare, we're going to leave it at 4. So for our smaller jar, again, we're going to find the cost of 1 gram. So it's going to be 250 divided by 300. For this, we get 0.0083, continuing. Okay, so in the bigger jar, it costs 0.0077. For the smaller jar, it costs 0.0083 per gram. So therefore, the bigger jar is better value for money because the cost per gram is less. The following table outlines the details of 3 different packets of bars. We need to calculate which packet is best value for money. Okay, so packet A has 5 bars and it costs $2.50. B has 8 bars and it costs $3.80. And C has 10 bars and it costs $4.10. So the first step that we need to do is find the cost of each bar. Okay, so for A, it's $2.50 for 5 bars. So 1 bar is going to be $2.50 divided by 5, which means each bar costs 50 cents. For B, we have 8 bars is equal to $3.80. Therefore, 1 bar is equal to $3.80 divided by 8. So 1 bar is going to be equal to 0.48 cents. Okay, and then for C, we have 10 bars is equal to $4.10. So 1 bar is going to be equal to $4.10 divided by 10. So 1 bar is going to be equal to 0.41 cents. So let's take our 3 different examples. For A, each bar costs 50 cents. For B, each bar costs 48 cents. And for C, each bar costs 41 cents. So we can see that the packet C has the cheapest bars. So therefore we can agree that it's better value for money. For more information, go to www.PositiveMaths.ie. You can email us at info@PositiveMaths.ie and find us on Facebook and Twitter.